Hi everyone, this is Rachel Berger and I am a realtor here in Bismarck, North Dakota with Alliance Real Estate. I wanted to do a little video about me so you know who I am and if you want to work with me. So stay tuned for things that I'm really great at and things I kind of suck at. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, this is Rachel Berger with Alliance Real Estate. I just wanted to do a little video to tell you things that I'm awesome at, that I really am great at, and things that I suck at. And kind of get to know you a little bit more and see if you would be comfortable working with me. So a little bit about me. I am married. I met my husband in Sioux Falls, which is where I'm from, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I was born in Kansas, but lived in South Dakota since I was about 2. And I lived there until about a year after me and my husband started dating. He's originally from Dickinson, North Dakota, and he heard that there was a lot of job opportunities here in North Dakota. So that's why we ended up out here. We originally were in Williston, North Dakota, which is northwest North Dakota. And we were there for about 9 months. And the housing out there was just there was none. There was really just nothing available, which was shocking to me. But it was an experience. We were there for, like I said, 9 months. We lived with an aunt and uncle of his, and then we moved to Dickinson, North Dakota, where again housing was kind of sparse. But we lived with his grandparents for a little bit and found a place of our own. I worked at a bank there as a teller, and then a lender, and a loan officer, and then a personal banker, all within a couple of years. So kind of proud that I was able to move up and do so well there. But in 2016, my husband got transferred once again to Midland, Texas. And we spent about 2 years there. So we moved in 2016 to Midland, Texas. We ended up getting married in beautiful Florida, which I really, really love. We've been back several times now. And then I got my real estate license at that time as well. So that was my first experience with real estate. So learning a bunch of different things in different environments. And so that's still something I have and I think is very helpful. And then in 2018, 2 years later, his company was bought out and he was given the option to either come back to Dickinson, North Dakota, or stay there. We had a baby in 2017, and so we decided to come back here and be closer to family. We had another baby in 2019, and now I have 2 little kids here, and we have been living in Dickinson for about 2 years. Then my husband lost his job because of COVID. He ended up getting a job here in Bismarck. So we've been here since 2020, and I'm really loving the area. We now have 2 crazy, fun, energetic little kids and just kind of loving life here. So let's talk about some things that I'm not so great at. I will freely admit to you that I just suck at pretty much domestic things in general. The laundry, oh my gosh, it's never ending. And then when I finally do get it into the washing machine, it stays there for like sometimes more than a day, and then it has that funky smell and you have to rewash it. So it's just, that's probably the reason it's never ending in my house. I'm not great at it. And then cooking. It's not that I suck at cooking, it's just I just don't enjoy it. There are a few meals that I'm really good at. I prefer baking rather than cooking, just because it's easier. You mix it all together, you throw it in the oven, and you set a timer and be done. I'm not a cooker. My husband does a lot of cooking, actually. Cleaning the house. My husband is always on me about this. He's like, oh, you never clean up after yourself. And I'm like, oh, I do, but probably not as much as he does. So things that I'm not so great at. Some other things. Decorating, like this is a huge thing for me. My friends are watching and saying yes. I'm not great at it. I'd love for someone to come over and professionally decorate my house, but I don't know. And trendy. I'm not great at keeping up with the trends and fashion and all that. And lastly, my hair. I'm not great at doing my hair, but that's just me, and you can take it or leave it. But there are things that I'm so good at. I am a great people person. I love meeting new people. I love hearing their stories. I love getting to know them. And I think that's a really big passion of mine. I am great at relating with people. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm great with people. But I definitely can understand where you're coming from, maybe because I've been in your shoes so many times as far as moving goes. I've moved from state to state several times, cross country a couple times. And so I understand the pain points and the hardships that come with that. I also can understand other people's point of views too. I always try to put myself in other people's shoes and understand where they're coming from. I'm really good with numbers for some reason. I always, if I see them, I can remember them. So dates, deadlines, addresses, I don't know, something quirky about me and I remember it. I am a great negotiator, and maybe it's because I do listen to both sides, or I do understand both sides, but I feel that that's something I'm good at. Most importantly, I am a good listener, and I feel like because of that, I'm going to save you so much time because I'm listening to what you're wanting, what you're needing, and can get you that without miscommunicating. So that's a really good thing. And the biggest thing as far as business things go, I am never ever going to push you to take a deal, especially if you're on the fence. I want this to be your decision. I want you to be happy with what you're getting. And if you're not, that's not good for me or my business. You're not going to be happy, and you're going to tell 100 other people how unhappy you are because of what I have done. That's not me. It's just not in my personality, and I don't think that realtors ever should be pushing you into a deal that you're not comfortable with. So those are some things that I'm really, really great at, especially business-wise. Here are some things that I just like to do on my own personally. I love learning new things, whether it's about a new diet that I'm interested in, or learning things about real estate, or learning things about places that I'm living, or anything really. I love learning new things and self-help, making myself a better person, hopefully for myself, my husband, my kids. I want to learn to be the best person that I can be. I really, really, really enjoy reading and audiobooks. Like, my husband's constantly making fun of me because I am always listening to audiobooks in the car, and our poor kids are just having to listen to them because they're stuck in the back seat there. And he's like, they don't even get to listen to the radio. Well, oops, sorry. Maybe they'll learn a new self-help tip for themselves. I love to travel, and I am so sad that because of COVID, we're not able to travel much right now. So that is one thing that I'm really excited to get to do here in the near future, hopefully. And that's something I really miss doing with my family. And best thing that I love is just being around my husband and around my kids, getting that family time, spending time together, and just having fun. So that's really me in a nutshell. If that sounds like you a little bit, or if you're interested in working with me, I'd love to meet you. I'd love to hear your story and what you're looking for. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.